Well, the Spanish monarchy is once again under fire over corruption scandals. People have taken to the streets to demand the return of a democratically elected head of state.
We consider that it is an anachronism to have a head of state who has not been elected, as this is undemocratic. Also, he has shown himself to be pretty useless.
Tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets of Madrid to demand holding a referendum on changing the governing system from a monarchy to a republic. The rally, held on the 82nd anniversary of the Second Republic, is seen as a blow to Spain's embattled King Juan Carlos. In recent months, the Spanish monarch has been hit by corruption scandals involving his daughter and son-in-law. People are also furious about the king's luxurious safaris during Spain's crippling financial crisis. Polls show that support for the monarchy has slumped to historic lows. Almost half of all Spaniards want the ruling establishment to be changed. Well, joining us now via Skype from Richmond is Chris Dorsey. He's an economic and political commentator. Many thanks for joining us here on Press TV, Mr. Dorsey. Now, asking for the governing system to be changed from a monarchy to a republic in the 21st century, it is quite understandable, wouldn't you agree?
I would definitely agree. I would also say that it's an abomination that these so-called royal families, which are nothing more than scam artists and traitors, are going on safari and slaughtering elephants, for example, with the Spanish king, or being the major stockholder of a oil company that destroys an entire body of water, namely British Petroleum, the Gulf of Mexico, and the so-called Queen Elizabeth of the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha family. But these people, they are the enemies of the people they supposedly rule over. And the idea that people, because of their birthright, are granted authority over the law and above the law to steal from the people and destroy the planet and spread warfare is ridiculous. These people are fugitives from justice, not royalty.
Right now, as Spain goes through an economic crisis and people are being forced to endure austerity measure after austerity measure by the government, why do you think these governments are not going after these monarchies and taxing them instead of asking the people to bail out the banks for the banks' own irresponsible policies?
Well, because the royal families and the banks are inextricably linked. They cannot be separated. They are the same institutions. For example, the Queen of the Netherlands, so-called Queen of the Netherlands, Queen Beatrix, and the so-called Queen of England, they are major stockholders in these banks. For example, the central bank of the central banks, the Bank for International Settlements, is strewn with these so-called royal families. Basically, they are at the top of the scam, so they're not going to convict themselves for operating a banking system and a government exactly to benefit them, which is the way it is set up.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there. Economic and political commentator Chris Dorsey there, joining us via Skype from Richmond. Mr. Dorsey, we appreciate your comments here on Press TV.